bitch, I keep that Draco when I step. Niggas bitches, they'll talk about you, but never say how they feel. Fuck your gang, and if you walk with me, don't count, just keep it real. I ain't gon' speak on what I did, his ass know how that hot shit feel. Leave him stainless with the steel, bro, them head shit for real. Call no shots, but if you fuck with me, little boy, I get you killed. Who you killed, bitch, be for real. Bitch, we winning in that field. All that nigga do is rap, his ass ain't never did a drill. COD confirmed to kill, spin a nigga street for real. Them killers came like they was vets, I think they in the Navy SEAL. Pull up 8, just crack the seal. Mookie, how that chopper feel. Wanna ask his bitch as that, but that nigga dead for real. Been a nigga block, the windows down, but I like jumping out. You clap first, I'm still coming, bitch, we just gon'
Oh, go ahead. Do your little intro.
Welcome to a super violent Earth2 Sports Talk with your boy Mo. I'm Mo, and as always, on the other side of this, you know who it is. It's Weds.
What's good?
Yeah, what's going on, my boy? So, we planned this show to be exactly on a Saturday, right? We definitely said, no, like, if we do a Tuesday show, like we usually do, like, let's do it Saturday so that we can exactly do it right
before the games.
We're so fucking smart. It's fucking crazy. Like, I don't understand how we don't have like a major contract right now. Like, we're like fucking ridiculous.
Also, we're terrible at promoting. We don't post nothing. We literally just post like the one time a week, and we leave it at that. So
yeah, I mean,
one of us have to do better. Like one of us have to start doing better because
you are in charge of that. See, he's about to. Go ahead.
For example, right? Some people, what they do is like they will take clips of like they would like literally like put their phone down, go do like a bench press lift, and then pick that phone up and take the recording, go there and then find like crop it to the perfect time, find the right music, find the right like all the editing stuff. I'm not good at this stuff, but somebody they will go do that, right? And then of course they put it in like black and white. They do like transitions, and of course and then find the perfect like angles and music. All of a sudden, what's gonna happen is you see them like, oh, look at this, like, all of a sudden they look like every fitness influencer, after they put their phone down and and the music drops, and or you hear some David Goggins or Callie Fletcher or Tony Robbins, those motivational guys, or Eric Thomas, those guys in the background, talking about like, hey, listen, some of us, got it. Some of us don't. And some of us, when we don't got it, we go out and get it. So what I'm saying is, I say all that to say,
what we talking about?
I say all that to say, some people do this just to put on TikTok and just leave it at that. Meanwhile, for the show that we've been doing all this time, they won't crop like 2 or 3 clips to do the same thing. But that's neither here nor there. But what's good, bro?
I'm good. I'm not. It's not like we haven't had this conversation before on the back end, because I'm not about to let you trash me. We've had this conversation before on the back end where some people say, "Hey, you know what? You take care of the show and the show's edits and all the things in the background of the show.
There's no edits live.
Hold on. Just send me clips." And I'm not gonna ask anybody per se, but how many clips do you have on your phone from this show?
Probably a couple. Probably 3 or 4.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. You know it's 3 or 4 on TikTok, or 4 of them.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, never mind then. Anyways. Anyways.
How quickly the points backfired?
I don't know what you're talking about. But can I tell you what I'm looking forward to this weekend though?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to this, and I know I shouldn't be looking forward to that, but like we were talking earlier before the show started, we were like, why, like, what makes me happy as a person? And honestly,
no. We didn't ask what makes you happy. We pointed out that the only thing that makes you happy is other people's downfalls. Whether it's Josh Allen, Mahomes, the list goes on. So, and I said, hey, it might be a good idea to bring it up, in therapy. Like, hey, why does other people's misery bring you happiness when you don't know what makes you happy outside of other people's misery?
Like, I really want to be a happy person, like in life in general, but like, the happiest that I feel is when shit like this is real. Like, this honestly brings joy. Like, when I tell you that it warms me up.
Oh, I believe you. I just need to know why, because something must be wrong for that to be what brings you joy.
I don't know. I don't know. But next session I'll bring it up, and then I'll bring the answer to the show, and then we'll see what happens with that. All right.
Sounds good. Fair enough. So
Sounds
now we can
great.
start the sports show now that you finished with therapy. So
You know, not us advocating for therapy in front of the show. Like,
I mean,
like, yo, no, seriously, we need to
listen.
start promoting this shit so that
We
we
need
can
to,
like
there you
we
go.
can be like Dan Lebatard or some shit,
There you
or
go.
Cam
You know,
Newton.
because
Like,
listen. We are here promoting mental health. We're here
right?
promoting friendship. We're here promoting bro.
Did y'all know Wetson is my best friend? Like,
Like,
so I saw a TikTok, right? The TikTok said, y'all be playing basketball with these people and you don't know their names. I know his name. I know his kids' names. That's about it. But I'm getting more and more information. So like we're best friends. He knows my daughter's name. Like, so my daughter is a dog, by the way. So, but I'm a dog dad. Let me just go ahead and throw that because I don't know which one has been watching the show trying to get at me.
listen. Okay, first of all, if they're watching the show, they're already trying. So that's half the battle. All you gotta do is respond. So
Oh man, okay, let's get to the sports show part of this. So, Super Wild Card Weekend was fucking amazing. It was intense, right? It was maybe
yes,
like to me one of the like compare that to last year's Super Wild Card Weekend or the year before that. This was like just everything that they needed to, everything that the writers worked super hard from when the Hollywood writing strike ended to the end of the season. Everything just looked amazing. If I was like during award show season, NFL needs to win a fucking Emmy because like this is fucking amazing. Like,
see,
let me be. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah, no, you okay.
I was gonna say. Oh, go ahead. Okay.
No, actually, I'm gonna let you finish. So then I'll jump in afterwards.
So I was gonna say, right, like when we were doing the calling out the games and saying this is who we got, when we're doing that part of the show last week, I forgot to do pool host, but neither here nor there. I sat here and in my mind I was like, okay, Joe Flacco is on this amazing Cinderella story. Houston is also on this amazing Cinderella story. One of these Cinderella stories have to end. I looked at Houston as young, new coach, new quarterback, new wide receivers, Devin Singletary, who just became one of the best running backs in the game. He's been in the NFL as long as he's been in the NFL, but all of a sudden, he's one of the best running backs in the game. And I'm looking at all of this. I'm like, oh man, Houston, and then you're playing number one defense in the league.
Number one defense in the league, bro.
Joe Flacco, who's been here,
bro.
Not necessarily.
But speaking of that, though, like, did you like the 3 of the top 5 defense in the league lost last week, bro? Continue. Go ahead.
Yeah, Joe Flacco. I'm not saying that he's the best quarterback ever, but he's been here. He's won a Super Bowl with with a competent defense. So that's all he needs, and he actually has. And this time, he actually has weapons.
To work with. Yeah.
Right. Granted, Kareem Hunt is not RB1, but he's a very good running back. You have Amari Cooper on one side. You have Njoku, who's been in the league as long as he's been in the league, but became one of the premier tight ends this season, just out of nowhere. So, like, that he feels more like the one that should go forward, right? Here comes this young man from Ohio State. First of all, I also picked against Houston because fuck Ohio State, and so like here comes this guy from Ohio State, like on one of the better, I'm not gonna say the best, one of the better rookie seasons we've seen in a while. And
I think we could say it's easily a top 2, top 3
right,
rookie season
right.
we've seen, bro.
And because in the first half, you're by the time you get to the third quarter, you're benching your starters,
bro.
When you called me, and this is the best part about it, was because I'm not watching the game. I'm like, yo, I don't need to watch these games tonight. Like Houston, they're not gonna do nothing. So I'm in Boston, literally parking my car. Wetson calls me, bro. Are you watching this shit? Nah, I'm driving, bro. Yeah,
bro. First of all,
man.
We started with talking about the Hollywood writers' strike, and
here's the thing. He's done. He's done.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah, because at this point now the price went up, and the Browns are not
yesterday's
paying
price. Yesterday's price is not today's. Yeah, no.
Yeah. After that week 18 game, 265 yards and 3 touchdowns. Oh yeah, no. The price has changed. But bro, I was saying, like, you know how you were talking about the writer's strike. I'm like, yo, you couldn't write a better season, a better end of the season than this one. You couldn't write the last 2-3 weeks into into that wild card. You couldn't write that better. I'm like, yo, first of all, normally, and I'm not gonna lie, don't get me wrong, I do have a lot of books. I do read a lot of books, but most of my books are like books on production, books on, like, how to be productive, how to be better productive.
Oh, so you don't read fiction, is not what you're about
I don't
to
read
say.
fiction.
Right.
However, the Hollywood writers are like, yo, listen, I know you said you don't read fiction, so I'm gonna put it in terms you can understand. I'm gonna put it in football. They went into that room.
Cinderella, Snow White.
They went in that room. Bro. They put in work. And there's something, that last, bro. First of all, there's something to be said about playing with house money. And the Texans were playing with house money. And I say house money because, like you said, it's a Cinderella story. Rookie quarterback, rookie head coach. First of all, DeMeco Ryans deserve like a couple of nods for Coach of the Year. That's one. And then so we're talking like, and this kid is special. This kid is special. Like CJ Stroud. Yeah.
You know what? You're fucking right. Because ever since the advent of that stupid test that they do, anytime a quarterback aces that test, he's going to be the best quarterback in the NFL. And sometimes 7 times out of 10, it's a quarterback that doesn't pass that fucking dumbass test that looks great. Yes, it makes no sense.
Because and one of the things that my brother and I speak about often is the fact that people look at sports and they think sports is played between like body and mind, or body and mind. You forget that the human spirit.
Nah, this is the NFL writer.
People think the game is played with like just body and mind, but people forget like human spirit has a lot to do with it. Like some people win because they refuse to lose. Some people win because they're like, yo, I don't care. And some people are like, you know what? I don't care if I lose, but I'm not going to lose because I didn't try this, because I didn't do that. I didn't do it. So some people go all out and they leave it all on the field, on the court every single time. And that kid CJ Stroud. What's going on, man? So it's like, so I think and the reason why I say especially is because like, yo, listen, he never gets too high or too low. He always say like, all right, cool. What do we need to do? Like, and he has his head on straight for a rookie. Most guys are, a little bit like, rattled. And
you know what? We also planned this show that Jake was gonna be on here. I was like, you know what? Let's wait a minute so Jake can get back from work and watch. That's what you remember when I said that?
You definitely did say that, and you know what? And we're playing that perfectly. So now look at it. We're all here. So
fuck.
But yeah,
I might be CJ Stroud. I'm the CJ Stroud of the show.
Mo, the problem is, okay, here's something else to bring up in therapy, okay? Your identity crisis, okay?
I'm still Lamar.
Bro, hold on.
Go ahead.
Because in the span of like 18 weeks, you were CMC, Gardner Minshew's agent, the Lamar Jackson. You've been still, like you've had a few identities in just the season alone. So I'm saying maybe bring that up. You're like, hey, listen, I keep going back and forth between this, and this, and this. Why do you think that is? So that's all.
Yeah, might have to talk about that. But you know what's funny? Let's transition because I want to go to this game. But you were saying a quarterback with his head on the shoulders and his head straight. The quarterback that always seems to never be frazzled, always seems to have his head on straight. He plays for the Eagles, right? He always gives those dumbass statements at the end of those games. Did you think that we'd be discussing comeback play of the year between Baker Mayfield?
No.
Joe Flacco?
No, just no. You know why?
Okay, right.
Because at no point did Baker Mayfield, as a legitimate football player, was a thought coming into the season. We thought like, okay, he bounced around from, he got bounced around from Cleveland to Panthers to Rams. And then by the time he signed with the Bucks, we were like, all right, whatever.
Everyone was like, oh, the Bucks, the Bucks are in a transition mode when they signed Baker. It's so crazy. Did you think, because when I watched the first half of that game,
Mm-hmm.
When I watched the first half of that game, because I actually watched, because I'm like, you know what? I didn't watch Saturday's game, so there's no fucking way I'm missing Sunday's games. Because the magic that I missed on Saturday, I'm not missing that shit on Sunday. The first Baker Mayfield came out in the first 5 minutes or that first quarter and did not miss a pass.
Yes.
Do you fucking let me repeat myself again? So because
Baker
Mayfield
did not miss a single pass in the first quarter of a divisional, of a wild card round in the playoffs in 2024
the Eagles
against the Philadelphia Eagles, who was in the Super Bowl last year.
Yes,
Okay.
because you remember when I think we argued about it a little bit. You were like, you like bringing up the past. I'm like, certain teams have an identity, and if your identity is we went to the Super Bowl. And granted, the whole history of like if a team goes to the Super Bowl hangover, but the Eagles did not start this season off with a hangover, right?
Yeah, no, they started the season 10-1.
10-1. So you're not thinking
that's not a hangover. That's not a hangover. That's a
right.
Let's run it back. Like, you know what?
Yes,
we didn't finish the job last time. Let's run it back.
Job finished.
Job's not finished. That reminds me of two things, bro. Job not finished from the Kobe interview. It reminded me of
I think we ain't done yet.
It reminded me that it was the Spurs in 2013. They were this close. They were bringing out the trophy, and then that shot took their heart out. Yeah, shot took their heart out. They couldn't do it.
And they came back next year and sent LeBron back to Cleveland.
When they swing back next year, bro, they left nothing to
sent LeBron back to Cleveland.
That's what that meant. Listen, Miami. Listen, this Miami weather is messing with you. We don't want this for you, okay? Let's send you back to Ohio. You'll be better in Ohio.
And that's the thing. That's another thing, right? I'm thinking, there's no way the Eagles, like the way they started, like they started this season not just looking strong. And this is something that I wanted to talk about. But let me finish the game, right? Let's finish talking about the game. Baker Mayfield came out in the first half and did not miss a pass. Threw a touchdown. Baker Mayfield ran and did this. Once Baker Mayfield did this, I'm like, because I'm not gonna lie. When Baker Mayfield gets swagger, he starts feeling dangerous. It's like the spirit of Brett Favre, without the stealing part. The spirit of Brett Favre gets into him. He starts making these passes that you're thinking to yourself, like, because that third touchdown pass, I'm like, that's a pick. When he's backing down and he throws it up, I'm like, oh, that's a pick. And Chris Godwin turns around and I'm like,
bro,
confused. Who am I watching? But then he made a throw to Mike Evans, back shoulder, gorgeous throw. That I've watched Baker Mayfield since he got into the NFL because he's exciting. He was exciting as a Sooner.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he might be exciting. So I've watched him. That throw in the National Football League. It also might be when you get around really good players, your whole demeanor changes. Like
that is true too. That is true because again, not only get good players, but players who have won, players who have been to the mountaintop. Okay,
True.
and we're talking a coach like because Todd Bowles, again, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you Todd Bowles is a coach of the year. Although
there's so many, bro. At this point, there's so
exactly.
many.
But I will say, he's listen. He knows how. Listen, he knows how to he knows how to get certain things out of certain guys. Because, for example, right, like certain coaches, like certain guys, you don't have to do much with them because they already got it. They already prepared. They already got it. But Todd Bowles was able to get all the Baker out of Baker Mayfield, bro.
Bruh.
He got him to bake.
Bruh.
That man was
making
baking
castle cakes. Like it don't fucking matter. Like. And I think what makes that win more as impressive as it is that of course. I don't understand it. They might have chemistry. Like it's either it's because maybe Mike Evans is just really nice and he's just he's not a diva. He's like and he just gels with everyone. Because who was it? Jabo he gelled with. He gelled with Jameis. Gelled with Tom Brady.
With Brady, but then again,
Mike Evans has given every one of those guys 1,000 yard season. Like,
yeah,
it doesn't matter who's playing quarterback. It's just
every time.
and if you're a head coach, if you're a team owner, if you're a GM, you're looking at Mike Evans and you're looking at the fact that he's producing ever since he's been in there, and it doesn't matter who's behind center. If you let that man go, you got to get fired. You got to lose your job. You got to lose your team.
100%.
It doesn't fucking matter. So ultimately, since we're talking now, so Baker won that game. Mind blown. Like the other part of this, you were saying coach of the year, right?
Yeah.
The Eagles lost someone. Shane Steichen, offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
They never look the same. This in this day and age, this is why to me, I don't care where Bill Belichick goes. I don't think he has it anymore. The reason I'm saying that is because the game might be past some of these older generation coaches, right? You look at a Shane Steichen to come and do what he did with Gardner Minshew. You know, you lose Anthony Richardson, like that's the guy you want to hang the season on, and you're like, okay, you know what? Gardner is here. Let's do what we can with him, and you almost make the playoffs. I knew that team wasn't going to make the playoffs. They're not good, but you know, you almost do that. But then you go back and look at the Eagles and look at how they dropped in production. Offense dropped, running dropped. Like Shane Steichen has Jonathan Taylor. Soon as Anthony Richardson comes back and he's healthy, I think the Colts are one really, really, really good wide receiver away, which is why I needed them to tank so we could get Marvin Harrison Jr. But they didn't do it, so that's fucked.
Also, Michael Pittman.
I'm sorry.
What?
Whatever you see there, I don't, because I watched the Colts. Michael Pittman can't get separation, and if he can't get separation, your quarterback, like I saw Gardner Minshew take sacks because none of the receivers could get spacing.
Okay, but also, the thing is though, when I give like credit to to Michael Pittman, I'm saying same thing, different coach, decided players, this page.
Sure.
Okay. No, I get what you're saying, but here's the thing though. Look who he's played with since he's got there.
Was it no, not Matt Ryan. What's his name? Phillip Rivers, then
Matt Ryan.
No. Phillip Rivers, then Carson Wentz, then Matt Ryan, and now Gardner Minshew. I get that, but then
bro, like you said what?
Look at Mike years with Jabo is a much better quarterback than any of the other three that I've mentioned.
Okay. But Mike Evans. You can make an argument that Mike Evans is a top 10 receiver of all time, bro.
Oh, of all time. He's
first
ballot Hall of Fame.
Okay, so we're not gonna compare Mike Evans.
They gave him, I think it was two years.
Yeah, they gave him 2 years. Yeah,
2 years. Yeah,
2-year deal. Yeah, but yeah, like you said, like Mike Evans is a top 10. You know, is a top 10 receiver of all time. Like, but Pittman is not that. But Pittman needs a decent quarterback, or at least a good one. Not a great one, but a good one.
Okay.
He hasn't had that.
So we'll see next year then. We'll see next year.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see next year.
Yeah.
So I think the Colts are a fucking decent wide receiver away and maybe a couple linebackers away because our linebacking core is trash. We got rid of Shaquille Leonard, Darius Leonard, and he went to the Eagles and he just, you know what? His downfall it's funny to me too, because like he had that 1 year where he was punching the ball out of everybody and oh my god, linebacker of the year, and now look at him. That's all I'm saying. So as soon as the receivers and running backs started holding the ball tight, he lost his powers. I don't understand that makes no fucking sense to me. Had mad back injury. He's fucking Ben Simmons. Anyways. So now
bro, the way we be like, we be doing like random shots and like nobody out of nowhere. Like Ben Simmons is sitting somewhere right now, minding his business, and all of a sudden like, yo, there's a buzz in his ear that says, "Oh damn!" Like,
mind you, I'm Ben. I love Ben Simmons. I can't wait for him to come back and show that, because we always see those clips of him, getting ready for the NBA. Honestly, can't guard Mike. I would love to see him in blue and white.
Go ahead. Also, change that name. Can guard Mike.
Nah, can't guard Mike, bro. You know why? Because Slant Boy.
The last time anybody couldn't guard Mike was 2019. That's the last time anybody couldn't guard Mike.
Was his quarterback, bro.
Okay, that's the last time anybody couldn't guard Mike. Okay, I can't guard Mike.
Honestly, if you
The only Mike can't guard is MJ, but continue. Go ahead.
he's one of the best slant runners I've ever seen. That man be turning 5-yard slants into big plays. So you know what? You probably can't guard Mike. Anyways, I'm just saying. But other games happened last week, so let's talk about the other games that happened. One of the games everyone knew the results. Steelers at Bills. That's not, to me, that's not even a worthy game to talk about, because I saw Josh Allen show his running back skills for 50-yard touch. Sorry.
50-yard touchdown.
Exactly. Like, okay,
and
running back.
Also don't hate, because again, you say he showed his running back skills, but somehow when we mention another guy has running back skills, you're like, oh no, he's a quarterback.
No. Hold on. They always say that guy has running back skills. They've never called this guy a running back. I'm calling this guy a running back today on this show. And when we make the predictions, this is going to be interesting. Was anyone surprised that the Dolphins game went the way it went?
No, Miami can't play if it's under 40 degrees.
Bruh, like, you put two on the center and ask him to throw when the sun isn't when it's not blistering heat.
When it's at 68 and above, Tua can't throw the ball.
Tua can't throw that ball, so I don't know.
He could throw short screen passes. And,
so the question now
check downs. That's it.
So because of how interesting that game is, right? So Kansas City cold weather team, Buffalo cold weather team, they both won their games. It's funny because when you watch that Buffalo game, and they, at some point they rested never fucking I would die first. Never
Jackson.
Never putting both of them in the same sentence. Anyways, so when you watch that Pittsburgh and Buffalo game, do you know Pittsburgh almost came back on them niggas? And it's so funny, right? Because I'm like, they should have watched. It was what, 31-17 at the end, right?
Yeah.
Are you telling me that if Pittsburgh had a better QB, we're looking at a different game?
Not really, because Buffalo, one problem that I see with Buffalo is that too often they play to their competition.
Okay.
Like, they do that way too often, to the point where now they tend to like let teams that has no business being in the same conversation with them, beat them.
Because at one point in the game, it was what, 21-17?
Yeah.
And I'm like, hold on. Are they coming back? Like, it was in the first quarter was a blowout. First half was a blowout, and
but then it's like but then you see when the score got close, you're like, oh yeah, well maybe we should play for real.
Yeah, let's play for real again. And then they brought Josh Allen back, and then they started playing again.
So it's like,
but why do you do that?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Why do you? And to me, right? So if that's the thing, they play to the competition. So now you're gonna play it. Well, we're gonna get there. There's one more game we have to. Am I missing? There's one more game.
One more game.
Is it? Which one was it? Which one was it? I'm missing. So I started off Houston. I went to Philly. Came back to Kansas City. Came back to Buffalo. I'm missing one.
You're missing
one?
Am I
missing one?
You are missing one. You're missing a pretty big one.
Well, you're the fuck. I hate this.
Jordan Love.
Bro.
Jordan.
The Cowboys game. Oh yeah, I want to throw up. I'm so sorry. I'm really
Jordan.
I forgot. No, it's not Jordan Love I forgot about. It's the Cowboys I forgot about. That's who I forgot about. And that's my fault. You're right. They don't matter. So I apologize to Jordan Love and I don't care about the Cowboys. Yeah, and the Packers.
Yes, because that team came out.
That might be something. But also, when we'll talk about that game in a minute.
Yeah.
Because I think they're evenly matched right now. Because
they're pretty evenly matched right now. Actually. Because for whatever one is missing, the other one is something just as key.
So. Every receiver on Kansas City's hands got left they left it in last season,
except for Rashid Rice. Rashid Rice is the only person who knows how to catch a football.
Isaiah Pacheco would be running like hard as shit for like 2 yards. That man gaining like 3 yards, bro. Like
bro, that's a lot of steps, bro, for not very movements. Like,
but he beat Dakota, so I gotta say sorry to him because I forgot about his game. But yes, Jordan Love and the Packers. Oh yeah, we forgot 2 games. Detroit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Spoiled Matthew Stafford's homecoming. But also, just like you said, Detroit had that game in hand in the first quarter and then let off the gas,
Yeah.
allowing like it came down to a missed pass to end the game. I think to me, when things happen like that, you're not showing me that you can win further into the playoffs because you're starting to play now the best teams,
But
teams that won't
again,
let you teams that won't
that
let you go, that if you let them come back will make you pay for it. The Rams didn't make you pay for it.
but you
Who
but you know but you can't trust that to happen every weekend, especially
every
when
weekend
when it's a one and done.
yeah.
And
um
so
and,
yeah,
and
no,
same thing with the Cowboys game. It ended up being closer.
it was
And
48
but I
16.
think at the end of the game it didn't matter because it was all garbage points, right? It was
Yeah, it was 41. I think it was like 40
bro,
48
when
17 at some
you
point.
bench, I think is to me, if you bench your starting quarter, if I'm a coach,
Hmm.
if I'm a player and I see that you're benching your starting quarterback
Hmm.
in the third quarter,
Hmm.
I am fuck this game. I'm coming across the field to punch you in your face. Don't disrespect me like that ever in your life. But 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 as a player, you shouldn't let them disrespect you like that. You should put up a better fight.
I
The
was about to say,
Cowboys,
who disrespected who because they bent over, you know, and and took it like a champ when when the Packers, who barely made the playoff, who everybody was like, oh, they don't believe was gonna make the playoff, who, like, I think we might have picked them to be like third in their division, you know.
bro, I need to go
So
back. We need to go back through that whole shit
again,
because
so
what the
when the
fuck?
Packers give you 50 in the in the wild card round in the playoffs. No, 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 no. You don't get to complain about being embarrassed because we bench our players. At this point, we listen. If we could have came down and took a knee on every down and just let time pass, you can't do nothing about it. You know why?
Without Aaron Rodgers, without Brett Favre, this is embarrassing.
Exactly. This is a guy making his first first full season start. Okay, as long as he's been sitting behind Aaron Rodgers, this is his first full season start, made the playoff, and then
Mhm.
go ahead and put up 50 on you. That man
Who?
had a perfect game. That man had a passer rating I haven't seen before. Like, I've only seen him and CJ Stroud with a passer rating that high. Like,
So the question I have to ask now, based on that, right, is oh well, this is one of the questions I was gonna ask, but the
no, 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 we're not gonna say that Imposter's
I don't
overrated.
say he's overrated. I think he's not as good, not overrated, right? Not
Mhm.
dang, because if no matter how I say it, it's gonna sound overrated. I think when he plays, when it there are certain players that when they play and the competition is starting to figure them out,
Mhm.
they lose their burst. They don't give, and I think that's
Yeah,
what happens with Parsons when he's playing like competition that's locking him up.
yeah.
He doesn't look as good
But also, but
because
also, but
if you
also,
run it back to
Mhm.
Detroit was double teaming and triple teaming Aaron Donald. Did you hear Aaron Donald's name that whole game? No. Like
No,
every time you looked at a replay, it's two people and a tight end, like chipping him,
yeah, give him a little shoulder check. Yeah,
like so, and is Aaron Donald overrated? No, they just had a scheme for him. I don't know if Green Bay had a scheme for Micah Parsons. I just think
Mhm.
it was one of the things where Jordan Love was just getting the ball out of his hands faster than Michael Parsons could get back there.
Yeah, but also, like, okay, like, if you like when you watch the game, though, if you saw the game, you
Hmm.
saw that they had, even if it wasn't like immediate, like they had with Aaron Donald, like three guys on him at all times,
Hmm.
type of
Hmm.
joint. They had a plan for him in terms of,
Right.
like, listen, you are right here. You're the one in front of him. As soon as the ball is snapped, depending on where he goes, you're like, oh yeah, you're right here. So you stay right here. You stay right here in terms of, like, almost like keeping that type of thing. So
Right.
even when he got past the first defender, sometimes
Somebody
he
was
could
there. Yeah,
somebody was there.
he wasn't touching. Yeah, he wasn't touching Jordan Love.
And the way I look at it is, if teams are planning around your gameplay, then you can't call that being overrated. When teams are playing, or like when they're planning, like when they're scheduled,
Aaron Jones, nah, don't like that.
That's disrespectful to Aaron Jones, bro. That man can ball. That's disrespectful
Aaron
to him.
Jones is like no, but funny enough, like if you had Aaron Jones earlier this season, like in fantasy, and then you look at what he did
Oh, I
last.
did.
Sorry,
I did.
sorry,
I did have
sorry,
him. I did have him
sorry.
all season.
Like, and then you look at what he did last week, and you're like, fuck, bro, that should be pissing me off because you did nothing all year to now turn up in the playoffs when
Bro,
season is over. Like, get the fuck
bro.
out of my face,
When
bro.
Dallas beat Washington in Week 18, and they had like what you like 36 or something like that. I'm looking at I'm like, yo, the week I needed you the most, I needed you to just be decent, like just be
Right.
average, like just be average. They gave me -4 points. Their defense gave me -4 points, and
Mhm.
Dakota Prescott gave me 100 yards and and interception with no touchdowns. The one week I needed them to just when I said, bro, I lost by 4. I don't know, I lost by 6. The defense gave me -4,
Damn,
and Dak Prescott gave me 5 points or something that season. I'm like, yo,
that's
if you
wild.
get, I'm like, if the defense give me 0 and the Dak give me 10, I win. So
That's fucking crazy.
when I tell you, I'm like, yeah, I hate the Cowboys. But anyway,
Anyway, so I think that's enough to be said about last week's game. I think what we need to do is look at the matchups for this week. Houston, Baltimore, Kansas City, Buffalo. I think that's the one everyone wants to watch, but for some reason, my eyes for me are Houston and Baltimore. Green Bay, San Francisco is going to be interesting, but Tampa and Detroit got more interesting than it should, right? Just
because not knowing they were supposed to be here,
the narrative is Baker Mayfield and Jared Goff. Like what the
bro, we're talking 2 games before the Super Bowl. We're talking about Baker Mayfield and
Baker?
Jared Goff.
We're saying there might be a chance that Baker Mayfield might be playing for the NFC Championship game. Jared Goff might be playing for the NFC Championship game. Mind you, Jared Goff has played for the NFC Championship game and in the Super Bowl, but Baker Mayfield is the wild card here. Like that's a thing that might happen. Do you understand? Like if Baker Mayfield makes it to the just if right, if he makes it to the Super Bowl, any Cleveland fan that talks shit about him needs to fucking eat shit because
Any fan on any team, including the Rams and the Panthers, and that talks smack about Baker Mayfield, they all owe him an apology. And I need them to to bring that.
let me see. I actually need to see it. So is that Baltimore? Is that
That is
purple?
Baltimore. That's
Oh shit.
Baltimore and
San
San Fran,
Francisco.
bro.
Oh,
That's Baltimore and San Francisco, bro. You say what?
you see what I'm saying? Oh, Tampa Bay. Let's discuss these games, right? So Houston, Baltimore. Is this the week that the Cinderella story that is the Houston Texans ends?
Yes, because you're coming across the number one Well, is
Number
Baltimore? Yeah,
three.
number 3 defense in the NFL,
They beat the number
and
one defense.
also, and yeah, but also the number one defense you were playing with with a quarterback that basically left his couch a month ago because he got sick of his kids.
Wetson.
So
Hey, Wetson, do you want to come play quarterback for the Cleveland Browns? Sure.
listen. Right now, if they need somebody on the offensive line or defensive line, bro, I lift. I I'm like, bro, you see, all I gotta do is drop this guy. Come on, I could drop him. Like,
I'll
shoulder check this
protect
one.
Zach Wilson. I don't give a shit.
I'm like, bro, like, drop this one and protect this one. And I was like, yo, I got this. So yeah, but meanwhile, this time you are going against a former MVP, uh, possibly MVP for this season,
Mhm.
and we're talking about the best team in the league, numbers
Okay.
wise. Like,
Numbers
so
wise, gotcha.
at this point, like, because again, and because you look at even like the teams that went and gone. Um, Baltimore beat both Kansas. Did they play Kansas City this season?
I'm not sure, but they did beat Buffalo and they beat the
They
Cowboys,
beat
right?
Buffalo.
Did
They
they beat
beat
the Cowboys?
Miami.
They beat Miami, yeah,
They beat Miami.
and they beat San Francisco
And they beat San Fran. Like like so it's like
handily. Hey, Wetson,
so.
that's for you.
Panthers are hiring for players.
Hmm
Nah, I'm good. Not the Panthers.
I'd be a tackling dummy for how much they get. You know what?
Bro.
That kid that Aaron Donald was choking, please.
Yo, Aaron Donald. All right. So Yeah, so like I was saying, I think this is the week that it comes to an end, and it's not through any fault of his own because again, this has been great up until this point. But
Mhm.
I just think that
They've come up
Baltimore is
against so much.
yeah, Baltimore is a little bit more like refined in terms of like they know they have an identity, they know what they know who they are, and they know what their goal is, and I feel like Houston can't quite overcome that level of experience yet.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
That's fair.
that's the way I look at it.
Um, Buffalo
We can
and
leave that for
Kansas.
last. We can leave that for
Okay,
last.
all right, bet.
Let's go to the NFC.
Green Bay, San Francisco.
Mm-hmm. Green Bay, San Francisco. I like that matchup. I really do, because Green Bay is playing with house money, and when you play with house money, you're dangerous.
Yeah,
You're dangerous when you play with house money, and that's what they did against the Cowboys. They came out with a game plan. They say, "Hey, listen, we're gonna get the ball first since we won the coin toss. We're gonna get the ball first. Run it down the field, get a touchdown."
hmm
Only problem is, I don't know if they could do that with San Fran as much because San Fran's defense is a different monster.
right. Can
Like
they keep it closer though?
I no. I think they could keep
Can
it
they make it
close.
competitive? At this point, can they make it competitive? Not saying keep it close. Can they at least have the games close, competitive, where it's like, you know what, they could win? Yeah, yeah.
I don't know honestly, bro, because I'm looking at it and I'm not even looking at the I'm not even looking at defense of the undersized. Yeah,
hmm
that's true. But yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm like, I just know that the San Fran defense
It's different,
is different, bro.
right?
And even though their defense is is different, and the way they play, whether it's from Trent Williams to Fred Warner to like never not even that, but also on offense, I think they're more dangerous on offense because they are complete on offense from top to
Yeah,
bottom.
they
Ru-
have weapons
From running
everywhere.
back, wide receiver, tight end, like
Wide receiver
and
two.
wide receiver too, like
Bruh.
again, and even like even Brock Purdy, even when like outside
When
of
he's
when
on,
he's
he's
on, like,
on. Like if
when
when he's
he's
on.
on
Like yeah.
because again he makes listen because he don't he keeps the game like
He keeps it in front of him. There's no
yes,
mistakes. There's hardly any
yes.
mistakes when he throws those swing passes.
So
His
and so
passer rating when he's throwing swing passes, bro.
and bro and Brendan Ayuk, like this season he's been balling like
Right.
like he's wide receiver one. So it's
Like
like
he'll make you pay if if you decide to come play that underneath. He'll make you
yeah,
pay over the top. Like
exactly.
they played. It's funny, they do play the least mistake free off football. If
Yeah,
they make mistakes though, I don't know.
that's when it gets
That's
dangerous.
yes. So
But the things though, you would have to force mistakes, and I
mhm,
don't know
mhm.
if Green Bay has the pressure to
And I think Jair Alexander might be hurt, depending on because he was hurt. He didn't finish the game last week, did he?
no, he didn't finish the game. Yeah,
Yeah. So
so
depend, and that's your best
that's
lockdown
your best.
corner.
Yeah. So
So we'll
so
see.
if
Yeah.
that it all depends, but I don't know. I don't know if they can keep it close because, like I said, because San Francisco has a thing where if they start scoring,
Right. It just
or they're not gonna stop. They're not
right.
gonna take their foot off the gas like most teams do.
Right.
They're not.
Right. Yeah,
They're
I
gonna
know.
run it up.
That's the
So
thing. They don't do that.
yeah.
Um Detroit and Tampa Bay, bro.
Honestly, bro, I'm not sure which story I like most. Which story I like better
hmm
because Detroit going to a freaking conference championship after not making a play for 32 years. That's a hell of a story,
bro.
bro. Baker Mayfield, who was
The NFL writers getting ready to send
bro,
Detroit to the Super Bowl.
bro, Baker Mayfield playing with house money. Like after he was written off, they wrote him off. He ain't right
Ain't right
back.
back.
So, so I'm saying like the stories are amazing. Like so, but I think no. But
Mm,
I think, but no.
mm.
Ooh.
Dan Campbell will go for it on 4th and 14, bro. Like he did. You know what's funny about that? He actually did go for it on like 4th and like something stupid. And they got it though, but like against Tampa's defense, with those guys who want to go back, you understand?
Bro,
They've also been there.
bro.
Like if you look at Tampa Bay, most of the players that went to the Super Bowl with Tom
Yeah,
Brady are
yeah,
still there.
yeah. Especially the
Don't
core guys. Yeah,
don't make don't make mistakes with them. They know how to get to where they need to get to. And that's gonna be very fucking interesting, bro.
bro. I'm looking. I'm like, yo, but you know something I'm looking at though.
Hmm.
Which receiver comes out? A a little bit more fired up. Whether it's Evans or St. Brown, because
Mm.
St. Brown,
He got that blue in his hair.
bro, and that man got that dog in him, bro. That
No, he
dog, that pit,
does. He
yo.
does. He does.
So, I'm like,
I mean,
so I
is
think,
Laporta is healthy, right?
yeah, he's gonna play, but he's not all the way
He's not
healthy, but he's
one,
gonna play.
yeah, but he's gonna play. So I
Yeah.
mean, it's
So,
gonna come down. I feel like it's gonna come down to the offenses, and it's gonna come down to the quarterback that makes the least mistakes in that game.
who you got?
We've not gotten to that part yet. We're just doing the breakdowns, bro. Please don't piss me off right now. I don't know. No, Kansas City Buffalo, bro. Let's go. Let's discuss this and let's pick it.
This is the best matchup. This is the best matchup of the weekend to me.
Right. It's the one that
That's
I
the best
think
matchup
everyone's been waiting on. It's the
because this
one that
one is,
remember the rules changed, the overtime rules changed because of this game 2 years ago. Ooh,
bro.
that's gonna be funny.
First of all, to have these two freaking behemoths of a quarterback.
Hmm.
Granted, one is far more accomplished than the other one,
Right.
but
Two
we're not.
Super Bowls.
But we can't. You can't deny that Josh Allen is a generational freaking talent. Granted, again he does
Sorry,
plenty. No,
sorry.
no, 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 no. Here's the thing. No, no. My problem with Josh Allen is the same as it's always been, bro.
Right.
The man knows how to win a football
Bonehead
game,
plays, bro.
but he knows how to lose a football game.
It's
So
just a
you know,
bonehead sometimes. Yeah.
he's
He
a
just wanna.
bonehead, and it's a problem. It's a problem I had with Russell Westbrook for years. He's talented, but he's a bonehead.
Hmm.
So, but with that being said, the Chiefs are not going to beat themselves. They are not going to beat themselves. Buffalo have to beat them, and
Right.
I don't. Even though they're not in Arrowhead, even though they're playing in South Canada,
South Canada is insane. Right.
even though they're playing South Canada, which by the way I was supposed to go to next week, but thankfully I'm not going no more.
Hmm.
But yeah, so even though they're playing up there, Kansas City, they are fine on the road and they are
Yeah.
fine in
And
terms
they're
of
a cold weather team, so
yeah, so
don't matter to them.
they can handle that. And Mahomes is not going to beat himself. Granted, his receivers might beat him.
Man.
Especially if he throws Kadarius Tony's way, his
Ugh.
receivers might beat him, but he's not going to beat
But this
himself.
might also be the game where Kadarius Tony has glue in his hands and catches everything, bro. And it might be. Crazier things have happened, bro.
I wouldn't bet one of my dreads on it.
Do you want to bet one of your dreads? You cut your dread on the show next week. If Kadarius Tony has a touchdown, grab, and like 100 yards receiving.
If Kadarius Tony has 100 yards and a touchdown, you can have one of my locks.
I bet. And I'll give you, if he doesn't, I'll give you one of my locks.
Yours are store bought.
Oh man. All right. Let's do the hard part of this week, bro. Oh, fuck. Okay, obviously I have Baltimore and Houston. I think Lamar goes all the way to this point to the Super
Mm-hmm.
Bowl. San Francisco, I like in that one. Detroit and Tampa Bay is hard to pick. But you know what? It's kind of difficult to pick. I like Tampa Bay in that one.
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't know. I think fuck. It'd be amazing to see two running backs play next week. Two running back quarterbacks play next week. But I think Kansas City makes it. Hey, Wetson, make sure you clean it first. The dread that you give me, the lock that you give me,
You're
make sure you
calling
clean
my
it.
locks dirty, Anthony. I know you're a violent person, but that's a little too violent, bro. Nah, my locks are clean, sir. Like, put some respect on my name.
All right, Weds, go ahead, make your picks.
All right, so for
That's
me,
I think Kansas City wins it. So yeah,
most of the
that's
picks
me.
is easy for me. Most of
Right,
the picks is easy
right.
because Baltimore, San Fran, and never mind. 2 picks are easy. The other 2 not so much.
Right.
Um, I'm gonna go with Detroit because I feel like they could, that story could get a little bit even better. So I'm gonna go with Detroit.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Detroit on this one, and I'm not betting against Mahomes.
Okay. So
I'm not betting
we're
against
both
Mahomes.
going Kansas City. You're going Detroit. I'm going Tampa. But every
Yo,
other game we pick the same. I know.
I'm,
It's
I'm,
difficult because it's
I'm like I want to go
which
Bills.
Dan
I want to go
which
Bills, but I don't trust it. But and
I
also
mean they're
which
at
Dan Campbell
home.
you get?
They're at
Hmm?
home. You should take them.
When has that ever mattered?
Okay, never mind. All right, let's do the odds and then
And
call
then
it
you
a
say
show.
and you say which Dan Campbell we getting for the
Yeah,
Detroit game?
for Detroit. Which Dan Campbell? Are we gonna get the Dan Campbell that's gonna cry at the end of the game because his team gave it all? And I love these guys, and you gave it your all. Or are we gonna get the Dan Campbell that's gonna cry because he's taking Detroit to the championship
To the
game?
divisional
Yeah,
championship game?
yeah.
Yeah, I think that
I actually,
I think they go.
I wish that was a prop. Like, I would actually bet on that prop. Like, what would Dan Campbell cry about? Because that man be crying. Like, what would he cry about this week? I would take that prop. What?
Sir, you
What?
in therapy, okay? Men
I
can cry
know.
now,
Okay,
okay?
I know. My bad. My bad.
Man,
The funny thing about Dan Campbell crying is he's the typical man that looks like he don't cry, right? But he's like jacked. He's that white guy. Like,
he's
right.
loud,
But
deep
then
voice,
he be getting emotional. Dan Campbell gets emotional. I love it though. All right, let's do the odds and call it a day. Houston Texans and Baltimore Ravens. That spread is ridiculous. 9.5. The money line for Houston is 315. The money line for Baltimore is 420. Over under is 46.
over.
Do you think that game goes over?
Absolutely.
Jesus. Oh man. Dang, they like the over too. They like Baltimore's money line and they like Baltimore to cover the spread. Dang, so Baltimore is just taking that. Green Bay, San Francisco. What the fuck? That's another big spread. 10. Green
And is
Bay's
a
money.
spread?
Yes. Green Bay's money line is 340. San Fran is 460. Over under is 50.5.
I would take the under for that one.
Okay, the under is what people like.
Yeah.
People are also saying San Francisco at 460 for the money line, and the point spread is going Green Bay to cover at 10. Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus Detroit. That's the lowest spread that we got, 6. Tampa Bay's money line is 225. Detroit's money line is 275. Over under is 48.5. Damn. But the funny thing is both teams can't score. So 48.5 seems very reasonable.
Detroit over. So I got you said spread 6?
Mhm.
Over in the spread for Detroit.
I think Tampa covers the spread at 6, and I like the under at under 48.5. I think they go 47. I think the score ends at 47. Even though both teams can light it up, I think it's
Yeah.
gonna go under.
I mean against the Rams it did in 24-23, exactly 47. So
exactly. So but then Tampa Bay went what was it against the what was it? Tampa Bay put up 40 points.
yeah.
30 plus points, and then it was about 40, right? Because what did the Eagles do? Like 17?
The Eagles.
Did they even go double? Yeah, 17, right? Touchdown, 2 field goals.
No. Damn, I don't remember the score.
I absolutely don't remember it either because
That's
that shit
wild.
was not memorable. At least because every time you looked up, Baker Mayfield was throwing another touchdown. Like it didn't even matter. The Kansas City Chiefs game. What up? Kansas
Yeah,
City Chiefs.
31-17. So they went 48.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, no, never mind. That was Bills. 32-9. They went
Damn, 9?
48. 9.
41.
Three field goals.
I mean, they did have a touchdown. Then they scored. They did score.
Hmm.
They did score.
They had a touchdown, but then they missed the extra point, and then they already had a field goal after that.
Right.
Yeah.
Kansas City Chiefs, Buffalo Bills. That's the lowest spread that we have for the weekend at 2.5. Money line for Kansas City is 130. Buffalo is 150. Over under is 46. That is actually the lowest game total we have for the weekend. It matches the Houston Baltimore one. So 46.
I want the over for that one.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I want the over for that one. And what's the spread?
2.5.
I think a spread.
That makes sense. I think Kansas City covers the spread. I would like Kansas City money line, but I think I'd do the over and the point spread on that one as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that is our weekend. Thank you for joining.
Ugh. Sorry, I'm yawning, bro.
Who's that white guy? Thank you for joining. Wetson is over there yawning. My daughter's trying to go outside. You want to go? Let's go. Yeah, my daughter's trying to go outside. It's almost time for some football.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure my son's knocking on my door. So
$25 wins 30 if CJ Stroud and Lamar go. Yo, I think, but I mean that's only. I actually like that a lot. I like that a lot.
I do like that one.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going. Let's go. All right,
bro.
Catch you
Easy.
next
Thank
week.
y'all for joining us. So we'll catch you next week on Tuesday, most likely.